3P Vantage Media presents The Agile Mindset, written by Gil Broza, performed by Mark Schectman. Forward by Jim Highsmith. To succeed at Agile development, individuals and organizations must both do Agile and be Agile. The latter has proven to be difficult. We have so many cool and alluring Agile practices: daily stand-up meetings, test-driven development, story cards, backlog building, pairing, and the list continues to expand as we reach the 15th year since the signing of the Agile Manifesto. Unfortunately, being Agile doesn't come with a nice set of instructions that can be memorized and applied. Being Agile is a mindset, the thought process behind our behaviors. A mindset, some may say, culture, is human and therefore messy. Maybe that's why we try to ignore it and get on with the more rational side of Agile. As Gil Broza aptly points out, an Agile mindset combines values, beliefs, and principles that in turn guide how processes and practices are implemented. Values are what we think are important, whether it's low cost or happy teams. But values sneak up on us because many of them are unspoken. Effective Agile leaders help their teams translate their values from implicit to explicit to uncover both aligned and unaligned values. Gil defines beliefs as something you hold to be true but haven't proven and perhaps can't prove rigorously. If I believe that people are basically lazy and need to be motivated by managers, Douglas McGregor's Theory X, then that belief permeates my approach to all personnel issues, from hiring to performance reviews. On the other hand, if I believe people are motivated by purpose, mastery, and autonomy, Daniel Pink, then my approach to people management will be entirely different. Principles define how work gets done and drive choice of practices and processes. As Gil points out, one set of values and beliefs might generate several versions of principles. The Agile principles are derived from a stated set of values and beliefs. I love Gil's short names for Agile principles such as cadence, reliability, simplicity, shippable, quality, time box, and collaboration. Talking about the various aspects of mindset has the potential to be interesting, but is often boring. Gil skirts this tendency by explaining the practical aspects of mindset and how it applies to critical activities such as planning work and building teams. Furthermore, Gil's stories and examples from his extensive experience with Agile teams keep you reading. Organizations often fail at Agile because they don't progress past rule-based Agile 101. They flounder in what I've called prescriptive agility, an oxymoron, of course, where rules rule. Do this, don't do that. While a prescriptive approach may be fine for early learning, adaptive agility, the adjective shouldn't be necessary, remains the goal. The ability to learn and adapt defines true agility, and it comes from understanding values, beliefs, and principles. By focusing on these, Gil does a great job of showing you how to achieve adaptive agility. As an example, Gil and I once worked with a company that had implemented Agile in its software teams and wanted to build Agile hardware teams. Some of the practices translated directly, collaborative teams, while others didn't, test-driven development. However, when we thought about the principle behind the practice, we were successful in the adaptation. In this particular case, the company completely changed its approach to hardware testing based on the principles and purpose of TDD. Talking with Agile Manifesto authors elicits a range of ideas and opinions, but there is one opinion that is fairly common among us all, that people and organizations have focused far too much on doing Agile and far too little on being Agile. Many organizations have failed to reap the benefits of Agile, or even to recoup their investment, because they adopted the practices without the mindset, creating a discordance that couldn't be overcome. Gil's book will help overcome this discordance, either by defining an Agile mindset and showing you how to apply it, or by cautioning why Agile may not be a good fit in your culture. Jim Highsmith, Executive Consultant, ThoughtWorks, Lafayette, Colorado. Forward by Linda Rising. This readable, insightful book examines the values, beliefs, and principles supporting Agile thinking. If I were brainstorming alternative titles, I might suggest Thinking About Agile Thinking. I find that so much of what's captured here mirrors my own
Sample complete. Ready to continue?